The Umayyad Caliphate invades the Byzantine Armenian provinces east of the Euphrates. The Marienkerch is completed in Fortress Marienburg near Würzburg, Germany. The Umayyad army captures Mopsuestia in Cilicia from the Byzantines and refortifies it. King Ethelred I abdicates the throne after a 30-year reign, becomes an abbot at Bardney, Lincolnshire. Bulgarian Emperor Tervel gains the title Caesar of Byzantium from Justinian II. King Aripert II of the Lombards arrests Duke Corvallis of Friuli and has his eyes gouged out. Emperor Monmu is succeeded by his aunt Genmi, who becomes the 43rd Empress of Japan. A Byzantine expeditionary force under Emperor Justinian II is defeated near the seaside city of Anchialus. A storm separates the Channel Islands of Jethu and Home. Salih ibn Mansur founds the Muslim kingdom of Nekor, Morocco. Muslim troops led by Tariq ibn Ziyad land at Gibraltar and begin their invasion of the Iberian Peninsula. Xuanzong ascends the imperial throne of the Tang dynasty China. Construction begins on Leshan Giant Buddha near Sichuan province, China. In Septimania, local Visigothic nobles of the anti-Roderick party are offered peace terms and accept Muslim overlordship. Kings Ine of Wessex and Ceolwyd of Mercia clash at Wodensburg, Wiltshire. Charles Martel is defeated by the Neustrians under King Chilperic II near Cologne, Germany. Bulgarians and the Byzantines decisively defeat invading Arabs in the siege of Constantinople, thus halting the Arab advance toward Europe. King Chilperic II of Neustria, along with Ragenfrid and Eudes, march on Soissons in Picardy, northern France. Ex-Emperor Anastasius II starts a revolt against Leo III, but his attack on Constantinople fails and is put to death by beheading. A series of gravitational interactions with Saturn forces the minor planet Chiron into a new orbit. Charles Martel restores the authority of the Austrasian palace throughout the Frankish kingdom, including against Aquitaine and Provence. King Kianik Akal Monab III takes the throne of the Maya state of Palenque, southern Mexico. Gurnacamadeva founds the city of Kathmandu, modern Nepal. A Muslim fleet raids the Byzantine-ruled Balearic Islands, as well as the Byzantine Sardinia and Lombard Corsica. Bede, Northumbrian monk historian, writes The Reckoning of Time, explaining how to calculate medieval Easter. The city of Jerash in present-day Jordan suffers a major earthquake. Revolts break out in Greece and Italy against the religious policies of Emperor Leo III. Liutprand signs the donation of Sutri, marking the historical foundation of the Papal States. The Moorish governor of Sardinia, Munuza, cements an alliance with the Duke Eudes of Aquitaine by marriage to his illegitimate daughter, Lampagia. Alemannia, one of the last independent dukedoms, is defeated by Charles Martel, who incorporates it into the Frankish Empire. Bede, an Anglo-Saxon monk and historian, completes his Historia Ecclesiastica Gentis Anglorum. The Battle of Tours halts the advance of Islam into Western Europe. King Liutprand of the Lombards deposes King Ordalais of Benevento. Ka'ak Telu Chan Yopat gives himself the title Ke'ahul Ajor, thus declaring Kirigua's independent from Copan. The Kyushu Siaidam monuments of Bilge Khan, ruler of the Turkic Khaganate, are erected. King Ethelbald of Mercia is described in Izmir Diploma as ruler of the Mercians and all provinces in southern England. King Ceolwulf of Northumbria abdicates to his cousin Eadbert, becoming a monk at Lindisfarne Priory. The Mayan city-state Copan is defeated by its rival city-state Quirigua. Berbers break out in revolt against the Umayyad rulers at Maghreb in response to the oppressive tax collection and slave tribute. King Eadbert of Northumbria marches his army north to attack the Picts. A nunnery given by the Alemannic noblewoman Bertha on Lützow Island is first mentioned. Arab forces invade Anatolia, reaching as far as Heraclea, and return with much wealth and livestock. Al-Walid II succeeds the Umayyad Caliphate from his uncle Hisham ibn Abd al-Malik. Watts Dyke, a 64-kilometre earthwork in present-day Wales, is constructed. Hunald I, Duke of Aquitaine, retires to a monastery and is succeeded by his son Wafer. Jaishakari Shavda establishes the Shavda dynasty in Gujarat, India. Empress Komyo founds the Shin-Yakushi-ji Buddhist temple in Nara, Japan. Chinese Buddhist monk Jian Shen writes in his Yu Zhu Shu of sea traffic coming into Guangzhou. Palestine and eastern Transjordan are devastated by an earthquake, destroying the city of Beit Shean. The sacred cenote is built at Chichen Itza. Pepin the Short, youngest son of Charles Martel, forces King Childeric III to retire to the monastery of Saint Bertin. Abd al-Rahman ibn Habib al-Fihri, ruler of Ifriqiya, North Africa, dispatches Muslim army and reconquers Tripolitania from the Ibadites. The missionary bishop Boniface appoints Eben as the Bishop of Utrecht, modern Netherlands. The former Empress Komyo and Emperor Shumu welcome Jian Zhen, Chinese Buddhist monk, in Nara. General An Lushan begins the Anshi rebellion against Emperor Xuanzong of the Tang Dynasty, China. King Dumnagual III of Strathclyde is attacked at Dumbarton Castle, modern Scotland, in the Battle of Newinberrig. The city of Sijil Massa, modern Morocco, is founded by the Miknasa, a Zenata Berber tribe. The Chinese seaport of Guangzhou is sacked by Muslim and Persian raiders. Emperor Constantine V invades Bulgaria again, but his forces are defeated while crossing the Rishki Pass near Stara Planina, modern Bulgaria. Liu Yu begins writing the Classic of Tea. Empress Kokan is cured by the Japanese priest Dokyo by using prayers and potions, during which he may have become her lover. Caliph An-Mansur moves the seat of the Abbasid Caliphate from Kufa to the new capital of Baghdad. Abbasid army under Isa ibn Musa defeats the Alids and puts an end to their rebellion. The Doge of Venice, Domenico Monegario, is deposed, blinded, and exiled. Writings make the first known mention of the three-field system in use in medieval Europe. Emperor Constantine V publicly humiliates 19 high-ranking officials in the Hippodrome of Constantinople after discovering a plot against him. Emperor Constantine V invades Bulgaria across the Balkan Mountains, setting afire some settlements around the Bulgarian capital of Pliska. Frula the Cruel, the king of Asturias, is assassinated in Kangas after he murders his brother Vimerano. King Charlemagne sets up a fort at Fronsac for his military campaign against the duchies of Aquitaine and Gascony. Caliph Al-Mansur orders the closing of the Canal of the Pharaohs, Egypt, in order to stop supplies reaching Mecca and Medina. Charlemagne marries his second wife Hildegard, a 13-year-old Swabian girl who went on to have 9 children. King Charlemagne leads a Frankish expedition from the Middle Rhine into disputed territory lost by the Franks. The number 0 is introduced to the city of Baghdad, which would be developed in the Middle East by the Arabian mathematicians. A 1.2% growth of carbon-14 concentration recorded in tree rings suggests that a very strong solar storm may have hit the Earth this year. Andalusian merchants set up an emporium trade settlement on the Maghreb coast at Ténès, modern Algeria. Emperor Leo IV appoints his 5-year-old son Constantine VI as co-ruler of the Byzantine Empire. King Charlemagne spends Easter in Nijmegen. Kalasan Temple constructed according to Kalasan inscription. In Silla there is an earthquake with a speculated intensity at Gyeongju City. Leo IV dies after a 5-year reign in which he has been dominated by his wife Irene of Athens and Iconodule. King Charlemagne has his son Carloman, renamed Pepin, anointed the King of Italy. Arab forces under Harun al-Rashid crossed the Taurus mountains and captured the Byzantine border fortress of Megiddo. A Byzantine expeditionary force begins a campaign against the communities Sclavenia of Greece. Abd al-Rahman I begins the construction of the prayer hall of the Great Mosque of Cordoba. Chinese geographer Jia Dan describes the large lighthouse pillars built in the Persian Gulf. Sineherd ambushes and kills his rival Sinewulf of Wessex while he is at Meryton, now Marton, with his mistress. Empress Irene restores the veneration of icons, images of Christ and saints, at the Second Council of Nicaea. Byzantine troops led by Adalgis, son of the former Lombard king Desiderius, invade southern Italy. Idris I reaches Volubilis and founds the Idrisid dynasty, ceding Morocco from the Abbasid Caliphate and founding the first Moroccan state. Cambodia begins to break away from the Sumatra-based kingdom Srivijaya. Alfonso II becomes ruler of Asturias, northern Spain. The Manjurishra Siwu temple, completed according to the Manjurishra inscription. Viking raiders attack the Northumbrian coast and sacking the monastery of Lindisfarne. Ermengarde of Hesbaye marries King Louis I, son of Charlemagne, age 16. Caradog ab Merion, House of Ross, usurps the throne of Gwynedd, modern Wales. King Ethelred I of Northumbria is murdered, probably at Corbridge, by his ealdormen Ealdred and Vada. In the Frankish kingdom, King Charlemagne issues the Capitulaire Saxonicum, making Saxons equal to other peoples. In Al-Andalus, King Alfonso II of Asturias campaigns against the Arab Muslims. Vizlevslav of Dalmatian Croatia decisively defeats a Frankish army during the siege at the fortress city of Trast-Rijeka. Charlemagne is crowned the First Holy Roman Empire by Pope Leo III.